Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashmachah Kodash. Double honors on the elders, Apostles' Great Millstone, the elders' Great Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, that sincere servants of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, serve him in truth and sincerity. Yes, so I'm the brother Chayabo from GMS Plain Tables Camp, coming back with another lesson to the Spirit. Yeah, and this lesson be based off of this article from nationalnews.com, which is entitled, United Nations Renews Push for Globalized Digital Marking System to Deal with Emergencies. It says the United Nations is calling on governments around the world to fight sea change and other quote-unquote emergencies by mandating biometric digital ID systems, giving governments worldwide the ability to tag and track the masses in their every move. It says digital ID systems that have already been implemented in other countries are typically tied to the financial system, allowing the government to track one's spending habits as well as their movement. It says a biometric digital ID requires the recipient to upload face scan, eye scan, palm scan, or other unique identifier, which is then integrated into a central system and tracked by an app on the person's phone. Eventually, the plan is to place this surveillance device under the skin. As an Israeli historian, and you see the W. You see right there. It says Yuval Harari has repeatedly stated, hey, so as our elder apostles of Great Millstone on down and elders on down have stated, what is the mark of the beast? I mean, it's clear what the mark of the beast is. If you don't understand what it is, then ultimately the Lord has blinded you. Obviously, it's a device that they want to put under the skin. What? It literally says right here, digital ID systems that have been already implemented, or that says that have already been implemented in other countries, are typically tied to the financial system, allowing the government to track one's spending habits as well as their movement. See? And what device will give them pretty much that tracking capability? I mean, what? The scriptures already give us what device is going to have that capability. It says, Revelation chapter 13 and 16, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah, so Esau Edom, the so-called white man, starring, of course, with the elite international bankers on down. But they want to wear, or what's going to come to a point where they're going to mandate a mark upon everybody. They're going to mandate they're going to have it where everybody will have to take it or you won't be a part of this society. Or, if you don't take it, it says in verse 17, and that no man might bar so, except he that had a mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So if you don't take it, then you won't be able to buy or sell within a society. And that's going to be a great temptation that they're going to force upon everybody. Ultimately, you won't be a part of the society, and you won't be able to buy or sell. Going back to the article, it says, the United Nations has long pushed for a global, so it's skipping down. It says for a global ID system that would, it says for a global ID system that would digitally tag every human being on the planet. This embedded within the global body's 17 Sustainable Development Goals associated with its Agenda 2030 document, adopted by some 190 nations, including the U.S., in September 2015. It says on its website, the UN writes Sustainable Development Goal Target 16.9, legal identity for all, including birth registration by 2030, is key to advance the 2030 Agenda commitment to leave no one behind. And equally relevant is SDG 17.19, support to statistical capacity building in developing countries. It says monitored by the indicated proportion of countries that have achieved 100% birth registration and 80% death registration. This is just another way of describing what is, in essence, a social credit scoring system similar to what's already in place in communist China. So, hey, that's the point, man. So this is what they want to move towards. Ultimately, this is what it says in verse 15, and he had power to give life. So going back to Revelation chapter 13, this is verse 15. It said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. Yeah, so what that the beast is the EU and the NATO, and what the image of the beast is the new system that they're going to come with, which includes this new digital ID system that they're coming with, that they're going to mandate upon everybody, which ultimately what the digital IDs pretty much device that they're going to use is going to be the chip, the implant. So read verse 16 again. It says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free. And so, hey, ultimately, in verse 15, but it's going to come to a point where if you don't bow down to the new system, then laws and guidelines that they're going to come with, guess what? You're going to be killed, or they're at least going to seek to kill you, throw you in prison, throw you in a concentration camp. This is what's coming for those who resist to take it. It says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Yeah, when you get that word from mark. So keep in mind, the article said how eventually they're going to want, which this is right around the corner, this is out the door, they're going to want this device, this digital ID to be under the skin, which is exactly what the word mark goes into within the Greek. So the Greek word is charagma, which means a stamp and a print mark. It says other marks stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, which the Antichrist is not referring on to just one person who's going to come out of a temple and then everybody's going to bow down to this one person. No, the Antichrist is referring on to anybody who's against Yahushai, who the world English calls Jesus. Anti means against, and Christ means anointed within the Greek, Christos, which means anointed, which goes back onto the Hebrew, HaMashiach, the anointed. Again, anybody who's against Yahushai and the scriptures and against, well, if you're against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and against the scriptures, then you are Antichrist, which that's the majority of the world, whether they acknowledge it or not. If you're not with the Lord 100%, and I mean 100%, not 90%, not 80%, then you are an Antichrist. It says, so going further into the Strong's definition, it says, a scratch or etching, i.e. a stamp as a badge of servitude. Yes, so a scratch or etching, something that will be etched into the skin. And how are they going to etch? I mean, what's the method they use to put an implantable within the human body? Obviously by the way of a needle. So that's an etching into the flesh. It says, verse 17, in that no man might borrow such if he that had a mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this chip is going to be integrated, it's going to be pretty much is going to be the only gateway into buying and selling. So without it, you won't be able to buy or sell within realms of Esau society. So that's going to be a great temptation for many people. You won't be able to. So pretty much what? It's going to be hard to very, very hard to obtain food, to obtain water, to obtain resources. Because I mean, Esau has it where you have to rely on the system in order to obtain these things, these essentials. So what? That's going to be a great temptation onto many people. Going on to Revelation chapter 3 and 10. So that what? They're going to fall, they're going to fold and take it. It says Revelation chapter 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, exactly. And this is red letter, this is Yahushua speaking. For those who keep the word of the Lord's patience, ultimately that's going to be the elect Israelites, the ones who are serving Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, according to 100% truth and sincerity and doing the Lord's will unto the end. What? That's keeping the word of the Lord's patience, enduring unto the end and doing the Lord's will and doing what he said to do. Keeping his commandments. That's doing the Lord's will and keeping the word of the Lord's patience. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Exactly. So this hour of temptation is going to be when Esau mandates that this mark, this implant, this chip. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah, so think about it. You won't be able to do buy or sell. And not only, I mean, what? They're going to make it a big thing. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to connect with technology and the whole, another pretty much, is going to be a whole nother world for those who take this mark. That's pretty much what they're going to present to you. Like that one guy who took the Neuralink. What? He pretty much had aimbot. So pretty much he was going into how he's in a different league, concerning the video games that he plays. He has aimbot, which means what? He's able to shoot the enemies within a game with 100%, or pretty much what he was saying. Well, with spot on precision, putting him in a different league. And that's just one of the many things that they're going to come with in order to tempt people into taking. Oh, you're going to be superhuman. You're going to have access to AI, ChatGPT. You're going to have access to Google. And what is going to be your mind's going to be integrated with the internet, meaning you're going to have instant access onto the internet, meaning you're going to have all the answers and hey, so that's where that's what they're gonna come with. You're gonna have all the answers to the internet, and just under whatever crazy under a second. Again, that's the temptation that they're gonna come with, and ultimately the greatest temptation is gonna be you not being a buyer, and ultimately them seeking to put you to death, which ultimately Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai is going to reserve his elect Israelites from taking that mark. But for those who aren't a part of the remnant, they're going to be 100% subject into taking it. And let's say you don't take it, ultimately if you're not part of the elect, then you're still not going to receive salvation. The Lord's only going to grant salvation unto his elect. Which one of the requirements is not to take that mark, which the elect won't do. But the point is being a servant of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, according to how these scriptures say. And again, that's one of the things that the elect won't do, is that they won't take that chip. The Lord is going to put his spirit on the elect where they're reserved within these times. That's what his brothers, of course, and few sisters out there within his truth, laboring for Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, hope to be a part of. Ultimately, the Lord's going to provide provision and make way for his elect, keeping us fed and taken care of. The scriptures constantly go into the many miracles and works that the Lord did for his elect, or for his prophets, for his servants, how the Lord took care of his servants and his prophets, within the times of trouble. So the Lord's going to do the same thing in even a greater manner within these times. So yeah, I believe that's a point. This hour, ultimately, this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for this prophecy to come to pass. As we know, once this mark is mandated, World War III will pop off very soon after. And Yahweh shall make his return right then and there. Once World War III, the climax of World War III kicks off, the nuclear war happens, Babylon Great being destroyed by the nuclear missiles, as these other nations will make an alliance with one another to take down Babylon Great. Yahweh will come right then and there to deliver his elect from that nuclear destruction within Babylon Great. And also, Lord will make deliverance for the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel scattered amongst the world, the rest of the elect Israelites. So yeah, I believe that's a point. Lord's will, you brothers out there edified. Yahweh Bashmi Al Shai, Bashmi Kakurash, Brakathum. Shalom.